Most of the time I draw cute things. Well, today's not one of those days, hopefully. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So recently one of my favourite TV shows has been cancelled. And I know that's an interesting thing to start off with, but it actually made me decide to do some fan art for this TV show because they recently aired their season finale, which since they're cancelled I guess is their series finale, I'm not too sure. And there was this really epic scene. Now the TV show I'm talking about is obviously Lucifer, if you have read the title of this video. And yeah, there was this, okay, so I'm gonna, little bit of spoilers here. So there was this scene where he crashed through a window and yeah, he kind of had like torn up bloody wings from being shot at. And yeah, he basically crashed through this window and basically kicked ass. And it was such a badass scene. And I don't know, it just resonated with me. And I really wanted to do some fan art for this and kind of draw the image, I guess. So yeah, this is basically a watercolor painting of Lucifer. Now he's obviously an angel or the devil, he's kind of both, and yeah. So I started off sketching this actually in Procreate, which is a digital art program for my iPad Pro, and yeah, I just sketched it off roughly, you know, not aiming too much to do like proper line art or anything, because I actually wanted to finish this off with watercolor paints. Now I printed off the sketch and then I pretty much traced over it with my purple Color Eno pen, which is it's a colored erasable mechanical pencil, and I really like that pen because it's just, I don't know, it's kind of different to the Color Erase because you don't have to, you know, sharpen it all the time, and yeah, it's just convenient to use. So once I got all of that done, I started going in with my watercolors. Now I used a very light blue color to start off with the shading on the wings. Now the wings of this character are white, however I didn't want to just shade in grey because that can make the thing look boring, I guess. So I usually like to shade in a colour for the white objects like this. So yeah, I decided on blue because I thought that it would look really nice and it would add a little bit of contrast with the purple line art, except not too different. So yeah, and I actually really like that decision. It makes it look light and soft, but also lets me do some nice shading. Next I went in with a very dark colour. Now the watercolours that I have are my Sennelier Watercolours. They actually don't have a black in them, which is not a problem because I usually like to use my I think it's warm sienna and Payne's grey, and I basically mix them together and they make a very dark, almost black but still kind of coloured colour, and it works really well. So yeah. So I used that dark colour for the hair and also his suit because he wears like a black suit, and yeah, and then I went in with the skin with just a regular sort of light skin colour. I kind of used a bit of a brown and mixed a lot of water with it, and also added a little bit of pink just to warm it up a little bit, and that's what I used for his skin. Now after that, obviously I had to paint in the wreck that is his wings, because in this scene his wings are all shot at because of reasons. So obviously there's a bit of blood on the feathers and that kind of stuff, and that kind of makes it look a little bit more badass. So I painted over that, and I had a lot of fun doing that, using a few different types of reds, a really dark kind of dark blood kind of red, and also a lighter red as well, to do like, you know, little bits where it's just a little bit of blood on it. After I got that down to where I liked it, I started on the background. Now the part deep behind where, you know, there's obviously a hole in the glass behind him. I wanted to do the furthest part of the background in a bit of a blue. But I didn't want to just have like just a flat blue because I wanted to make this look a little bit more dynamic. So I actually kind of tried with a gradient where it was darker around the outside and it was like basically faded to white in the middle, and that would draw more attention to the character. I thought that was a really cool choice and I'm pretty happy that I picked that. Now after that I actually went over with a lot of the feathers and all the shards of glass, as you can see, that surround him, and I used some masking fluid. Now masking fluid is basically just like a liquid latex that when you paint it down and let it dry, it stops paint from going onto that area. So basically I did that around his wings and also all the parts throughout that are surrounding him, and then I went over the background where the glass is with a ink. Now I decided to do ink because I wanted it slightly different to the colors of his hair and his suit, because I didn't want to do it exactly the same because that would kind of make him blend in with the background. However, I wanted a dark color so that his wings would stand out better, because there's a lot of white in his wings because they are white, and minimal colors other than the blood. So yeah, I wanted to do a dark color just to sort of make this, I don't know, make it like more intense, I guess. And yeah, I basically tried to do another gradient. Of course, I didn't get it perfect, and also it kind of bled through the tape a little bit, which was not a problem because I fixed it up with a little bit of acrylic paint here and there. And yeah, I just tried with a grayscale ink kind of gradient. So basically, just like the background, it was lighter in the middle, and then it faded to like a really, really dark black right around the edges. And I really like that because it kind of makes it look more intense and dramatic, especially since the scene in that video or TV show was very dramatic. So yeah, here is the final piece, and I am so happy with this. It's very different to what I usually draw. It's kind of similar to that zombie watercolor I did not too long ago. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!